A Disability Insurance Guide. Chapter 1. Buying Disability Insurance. Disability Insurance Info. Social Security and workers' compensation cover us if we get hurt on the job or can't work anymore, but quite often, it's not enough. On top of that, it's hard to get accepted into disabled category for the SSA. A lot of people buy private disability insurance. Disability insurance is best defined as lost work income insurance due to a disability. You get it to prepare for a possible disability that could make you unable to work, thereby not collect a paycheck. Technically, the disability must affect your ability to do your work. If you lose your ability to walk and you work as a computer programmer, you're technically not disabled because you can still do your job. If you have a good benefit and pension plan at work, you could have disability coverage without even knowing it. There are two types of disability. 1. Short-term covers you only for a few years. 2. Long-term covers you for life or until age 65, when it's presumed you start to collect a pension. Disability insurance is generally for 60 to 75% of your paycheck because if you collect near 100%, there's no incentive for you to go back to work. Some disability insurance policies cover you as long as you're not able to return to your own profession, but other less quality ones will only cover you until you're able to work at any profession, not necessarily your original one. Total disability means that because of a medical reason, you can't do your job. You're under a doctor's care. You don't have any other gainful employment. Most people who get DI never use it. Those that do end up getting more money than they put into it. A lot of disability insurance policies have a clause whereby they pay you the amount agreed upon only after you receive 100% of SSI benefits, 100% of employee-sponsored benefits, and possibly workman's compensation. When buying a DI policy, the higher your deductible, the lower your DI payment. Generally, DI policies only cover you as long as you're disabled or until 65 years old, but not for life. DI is the type of thing that you don't think you need until it's too late. Statistics show that 20% of all people in America will have an accident in their lives that'll make them disabled for more than 90 days. Disability insurance is generally expensive, doesn't cover medical expenses, but pays you wage benefits if you are unable to work, usually for more than 90 days due to injury. Beyond disability insurance, you might also get workers' compensation and Social Security as part of your job situation. Check to see if your workplace or trade association offers disability insurance. It's so expensive that it's worth checking out a cheaper source. Disability is defined as your inability to perform the material and substantial duties of your occupation. You can't just automatically buy it. The insurer checks you out and decides whether to approve you for it with such factors as health, age, income, etc. There are 5 classes based on risk of occupation. Class 5, professionals in sedentary jobs like accountants and lawyers. Class 4, some hands-on professionals like doctors and dentists. Class 3, white-collar, clerical, supervisors. Class 2, sales clerks, unskilled clerical, blue-collar, some manual labor. Class 1, the trades, physical jobs. It's difficult for Class 1 and 2 workers to get coverage, and even more so if you're self-employed and if you're female, because their claims are often higher than those of men. The more money you earn, the higher your premium is. They pay you in proportion to what your former income was. If you qualify, you pay the same premium every year, but the older you get, the more expensive the policy will be the first time you apply. Some mutual insurance companies pay dividends on DI. The leading causes of disability are heart disease, cancer, accidents, respiratory disorders, digestive disorders, nervous disorders, mental disorders, diabetes, attempted suicide, infectious diseases. Read over your policy very carefully for exclusions like a job-related accident versus a non-job-related accident, disability due to a suicide attempt, pregnancy, if you're a private pilot, sky jumper, etc. Make sure it's a guaranteed renewable policy even if you have a claim against the company. In most cases, you're covered even if you have to take a lower paying, different skill job. You can usually choose the length of the exclusionary period after your accident for different costs, and there is a sliding scale for the skill level of your occupation. For instance, if you're a surgeon and you're disabled, you're covered for life. If you were a barber, they'll only cover you for a few years until you're retrained in another trade. You may already be covered by your employer's insurance and Social Security, however, most employee plans are minimal, so you may want to buy more anyway. There are group plans available from professional and trade organizations. Your employer may also have a disability insurance plan. Whatever you do, read the policy to see what their definition of disability is and try to get a policy that is non-cancelable regardless of what happens to you, as long as you keep making payments. Guaranteed renewable means that your policy can't be cancelled as long as you make payments, although they can raise the prices. Non-cancelable means that the policy can't be cancelled nor premiums increased. Class cancelable means that the insurer can cancel all policies belonging to a certain class of worker like dentists, etc. Beware of offset clauses, which gives them the right to reduce your benefits if you are also collecting from SSA and workers' compensation. Consider the following factors about a disability policy: guaranteed renewable, non-cancelable, waiting period after illness before coverage, period of coverage, cost of living rider, inflation, waiver of premium while disabled, don't pay for the policy while disabled. Some disability policies pay a partial residual benefit if you are partially disabled and continue to work in a limited capacity. For self-employed people, there are recovery benefits to help you rebuild your business and customer base back. Some policies also pay a rehabilitation benefit, which pays for the expenses accrued in your rehabilitation. Some may even pay for college. Beware of a policy that makes you undergo 2 waiting periods in the same year if you get disabled twice, for example, if you suffer 2 heart attacks in the same year. A good policy won't demand that you keep paying its premiums while you're disabled. Many policies have conditions where they won't cover you if you're disabled, such as suicide attempt, drug abuse, committing a crime, or war. Some policies won't cover you if you are disabled by certain pre-existing conditions such as a heart condition. Don't lie. They can easily check your medical record with the Medical Information Bureau. You should be covered until age 65, and the payments should be adjusted yearly to account for a cost of living allowance. Most disability insurance plans have a waiting period anywhere from 30 to 180 days after the injury before you start collecting benefits, and the term can range anywhere from 2 years to life depending on what you pick when you buy the policy. The longer the term, the more expensive the policy. If you paid into Social Security, you should be eligible for benefits from them, around $600 for a single individual, $1,000 for a couple. Many people are turned down the first time they apply. You may have to appeal or hire an attorney. Also, if you were injured on the job, many states have workers' compensation laws which cover you. However, they're starting to crack down on frivolous claims for things like back injuries which can't be proven. It's generally a tedious process to get benefits. Consider disability insurance as well as life insurance unless you're already covered at work. Disability insurance is a particular sore spot. In most states, disability is defined as not being able to do your job as a result of injury, while the insurance companies see it as not being able to do any job at all, and that means if you can do menial work like washing dishes, they expect you to do it. If you ever have to file a claim on disability insurance, you should be ready for a fight. If you don't file within 90 days, some companies will try to void your claim based on clauses in the policy. Beware that they use undercover detectives to determine if you are really disabled. Most DIP policies set a limit of 80% of current earnings. If you become disabled, a lot of work-related expenses would disappear, like your need for work clothes, car expenses, income taxes, etc. So 80% is generally enough provided you have good health coverage. There is tax on employer-related disability payments but not on DIP payments. Choose longer time deductibles after the accident before payment starts so that the policy will cost less. Check your IRA and retirement plans to see what kind of free disability protection they offer. Just like life insurance, a renewable term DIP policy is probably cheapest with initial low premiums logically increasing as you age. Instead of spending money on DIP, invest it elsewhere to cover you in case you get disabled. When buying disability insurance, ask about non-cancelable income replacement policies. Disability insurance websites: iii.org/individuals/disability, about-disability-insurancE.com, afris.com/articles.html, disability insurance claim advice, consultant and negotiator. avivadirectory.com/insurance/disability-insurance, coloniallife.com/supplemental/disability.asp, disabilityincome.com, disability insurance quotes, disability-insurance.termlifeamerica.com, disabilityinsurance.termlifeamerica.com, disability-insurance-center/disability.com, disabilityinsuranceforums.com, disability-insurance-protectation.com, disability-insurance-quotes.com, disabilityquotes.com, drdisability.com, fool.com/insurance-center/disability/disability.htm, freeadvice.com/insurance_center/disability, healthdecisions.org/disability, health-insurancE-get-insurance-quote.com, healthinsuranceSort.com/disability-insurance.htm, Enlightenment.com/consumers/product_info/disability, protectiourinCome.com/disability insurance, themoneyalert.com/disabilityinsurance.html, zanga.com/disability_insurance10, disability insurance resources, disability insurance Resource Center, POG 2604, Reston, Virginia 20195, DI-RESOURCE-CENTER.com, AccuQuote.com, 800-442-9899, MasterQuote.com, 800-337-5433, USAA.com, 800-531-8000.